class. So welcome, students. I'm Professor Utley Herring, and I'm going to be your instructor for this semester for public speaking online. Since it's the first day, I'm going to give a few minutes for other people to come in, but you're going to learn that being late to this class is going to cost. So people come too late, I won't even let you in. All right, we have 1 hour and a half for this class. All of the lectures have been taped for you so that we don't waste time in the class with a lecture and we can get more done with our exercises that way. This is a full class. I don't think there's actually any openings. So we're going to need every minute of our hour and a half class to get through. Any questions so far on the welcome letter that I sent you or the syllabus that's there for you? It's important that you read the information that's been given to you so that you will understand what's going on and what is expected of you. I have students sending me emails asking me things like, what am I supposed to do? That's not a good question. Okay, so you need to read the information that I've given you. If you have specific questions on anything, I'll be happy to answer them. I will give an office hour if you need it additional from my regular office hour, which is every Monday from 12 to 1. And it's by Zoom, of course. Okay. But it's important for people to read the information first because I'm not going to give any private lessons to people because they don't want to put forth the effort to actually read the information. This is an online class. So you are expected to do your work online. Again, I'm available. I will try to answer your questions that you have for me via email within 24 hours if I can. On the weekends, it probably is going to wait till Monday. But if I'm available, I will assist. So you can reach out to me whenever you want to, but just understand about the expectations of getting a response back from me. Okay, I just let someone in, and your name on here is Mani, 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 Manny. Who's that student? Is that Manuel Martinez? Maybe? Who's in this class with your name, Mani? Please unmute yourself and let me know who you are, please. Okay. You're working on fixing your sound. All right. Okay. How many people in this class have ever taken a uh, public speaking class? By show of hands, how many people? None? Okay, so what I'm looking at right now on the screen is 2 people have your video cameras on. Everybody needs to put your video camera on in this class. I think you were told that both in your welcome letter as well as in the syllabus. So please, everyone, turn on your cameras. If you do not have a camera, then I suggest you get one by next class. If you don't have it by next class, you're not going to be permitted back in this class. Okay? We need to see your faces. Everybody needs to have their name written under their screen. So we can know that you are an active member in this class. Again, the late policy. I will go over it again for all the people who came late today. Today I'm giving you an exception because it's the first day. You may not know how to navigate. You may not have opened your email, which you are required to use your student email in this class. That's how you're going to be contacted in this class. Okay? But we don't tolerate lateness in this class. Okay, this class is extremely accelerated. So if you feel as though, oh, I don't think I can keep up with this work, because you're going to have a lot of work to do. I think anybody who has already looked at the syllabus can see there's a great expectation for you in this class. So it's very important that you come on time, that you don't interrupt our class, that you're available to participate with your groups on time. Being late hinders all of that success. Okay, so we expect for you to be in class at 10:30 every Tuesday morning for the next 10 weeks. And it's 10 weeks because you have off 1 week during Thanksgiving week. You don't come to class that week. And then the last week, which is basically the 12th week, that's finals week. You don't come to class that week either. So we'll have 10 sessions in this class. Now, I think you will really enjoy this class. You are going to learn so much about public speaking in this class that maybe some of you may know some of this information, but when I asked for a show of hands, I didn't see anyone say that you took a class in public speaking before. So it's probably a lot of information will be new to you, but it's going to help you going forward in all kinds of facets of your life. Being able to speak to an audience. Now, your audience can consist of 2 people up to thousands of people. In this class, your audience is going to be your classmates. So we're all in this together. I know that many people have a lot of apprehension about speaking in public or in front of a group of people. But you're going to find that knowledge of your subject matter really helps to bring that anxiety way down. When you know what you're talking about, you're a whole lot more confident in what you're saying than if you don't know what you're talking about and you're trying to wing it. You're trying to get through as painfully as you can. So we're going to learn in this class how to speak in a variety of ways. Your speeches in this class are going to be completed in a variety of ways. Now, some of your speeches will be recorded individually, just you and your device. That's going to be your first speech for sure. Okay. Your second speech as well. You're going to record before a live audience. That's going to be your third speech, graded speech that you're going to submit. That's going to be your informative speech. You have to have an audience. So I'm telling you today on day one, because students always say, oh, Professor, I couldn't get an audience. You need an audience for your informative speech, which will be due posting November 17th. So you've got a while to get that audience together. It could be family members, friends, classmates, but you do need an audience. And you're going to have to pan that audience to prove to me that you do have an audience prior to speaking. Okay, and then finally, we're going to have live performance speeches. Now, mostly during class, we're going to have what we call impromptu speeches. Speeches where you only have a few seconds to minutes to get your thoughts together. Now, some of them will give you some information a little ahead of time so you can work on it. So it's not technically an impromptu speech, but these impromptu speeches that we will deliver during class are for your practice so that you can get comfortable speaking with your group. And again, remember, we're all in this together. Most of your classmates feel the same way you do about speaking before a group. So don't get too much in your head regarding the anxiety and the fear, because this is a learning environment and you're learning how to become an effective speaker. That's why you're taking this class. Okay, any questions so far about the types of speeches? Certain speeches are worth more than other speeches, and all of that information is listed in your syllabus. Yes, Gigi. You have to unmute yourself. You're muted. I can't hear you. You're still muted. So go to the bottom.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. My question is, how many people I need for this day, November
17th. Okay,
17th?
so the instructions are going to be in there for you. But basically, you're going to have no less than 3 people.
Okay.
3 to 6 people for your speech. But you can't have less than 3 people.
Okay, I have other question for the homework. For example, in the last, I has the question think about it. You have the question, 5 questions, but you need like essay or for separate
Um,
the homework in the
you
last
have to
point.
answer all the questions. Write it down and submit it in the module. So I'm going to put that up. I'm going to show you, you know, where you find these things, but they're in your learning system.
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions at all? Okay, and of course, that last speech is a live speech. It's also going to be a team group effort. So you'll be working with your teammates for that last speech, and it's given on the last day of class. It is your persuasive speech. We'll go over all of these things a little bit more in detail when it's time for them. But right now, I'm just giving you a brief overview of what to expect in this class. Okay, so there's still several people without your cameras on. Is there a reason? Okay, hi Shannon. Jay Porter. Not sure how to pronounce your first name. And Kevin Thomas. Oops. Please turn on your camera. If you don't turn on your camera, I'm going to kick you out of class. Unless you have some issue today, we will try to, get you going. Thank you, Kevin. We want to see your face. Now, it's very important that you look at yourself before you get on camera so you know how you're looking on camera. How is the group viewing you on camera? Now, it's very important for you to look right directly into that camera when you are speaking so that the audience feels as though you are addressing them. Now, during class, you will see me looking around like this, right? Because I'm looking at you for your feedback. But make certain that your whole face is appearing on the screen. So I don't want you like being cut off like this. And now all thing we can see is your head and you're steadily talking to me and the rest of the group, but we can't see you. That's not permitted in this class. Okay. We have to see you. If you have poor lighting, you need to work on that. Now, there is something called Class Collaborate that students can go in there and you can see how you look on video in there. Okay. So you can try looking there too, and you can practice in there speeches. It's really up to you. All right. Any questions so far? Now, for your taped speeches, you can tape right on your telephone, on your cell phone. You can also tape in the discussion board. You can create a video right in the discussion board and just post it right there. But it's also important that you understand you also need to put your video in Blackboard. Okay. In the Blackboard submission where it asks you to put it. Now, I spoke earlier about my recorded lectures. We're not having lecture in class. So it's important for you to look at those lectures prior to coming to class. Okay. So you'll know what we're talking about. They're not long at all. They're very brief. So be certain to look at those videos prior to coming to class. All right, so let's get started. Finding out who is your new audience? Who are your classmates? Okay. So what we're going to do, I'm going to put you in a groups. And you are going to meet one of your new classmates. You're going to interview each other to get information so that you can come back to class and introduce us to your new friend. Okay. Now, some of the things you're going to look for, of course, you're going to find out the person's name, as well as if they have a preferred name. So we see already that Manny has a preferred name. Manny, right, Manuel? Okay. So that type of thing. You can find out if they have a preferred name. You're gonna find out what's the person's major. You might even ask them, why did you pick that major? What do you anticipate for your future once you complete that major? All right. Find out if the person's a full-time student or a part-time student. If they're here just taking this class, but they belong to another school uh, during their most of their time. They're enrolled in another school. And then find out a few personal details about the person, their likes, their dislikes, interests, hobbies, their family, um, just general things that you think might be interesting to share with the group. Now, we're going to add a little twist to it as well. So when you are describing these three or these things about your new friend, you're going to tell us two truths and a lie about them. Okay, that's basically why I said three. Two truths and a lie. Okay, about the individual. And then the rest of us are going to try to figure out what's the truth and what's not. Okay? So you're adding just a little twist on meeting your new friend to make it interesting. Um, okay, that's basically it. It's going to be, I'm going to give you about 10 minutes to complete this. So take notes. Take notes. Take notes. Okay. Um, and this first speech doesn't have to be more than a minute and a half. Okay. No, like it should be at least a minute and a half and no more than 2 minutes. Okay. Any questions about the assignment? No? Okay. So let's see how many people we have today. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people. So so one group is going to have one. Okay, we'll just do 3, 3, 3. Okay. Okay. Any questions before we start? I'll come around to each group as well. Yes, Manny.
So you said that we're doing a speech at the end of this. So our speech is going to be like the two truths and the one lie thing, right?
Okay, so it's not really a speech. It's just introducing your new friend. Okay. Introducing your new friend. Now, the two truths and a lie, that's going to be with this part about the hobbies, likes, dislikes, something like that. So you'll tell us two things that are true about the person and one thing that's not. And we have to figure out what's the lie. Okay. Now, you can tell us a whole lot of things about the person, whatever you want to tell us. But after you do all of that, then I want you to say, okay, so now I'm going to talk to you about two things. My two truths and a lie are, and then tell us what it is. But don't tell us which one is true and which one is not true. Okay. We ready? Okay. We got four more students we're waiting for. Okay.
Lights on crazy.
All right. So are you ready to introduce your new friends? Let's start with group 3, which is Jaleesa, Manny, and Michael.
All right, I'll go first. So I'm Manny, and my person was Michael. He is taking advertisement and graphic design. He's a full-time student, and he's mostly on campus. This is like I think his only online class. Um, he really likes sports and video games. His favorite at the moment, his favorite video game at the moment is Minecraft. He also he also really likes music. What he listens to like a lot of different things, but right now he's listening to a lot of old Kendrick Lamar songs. Um, and then my two truths and a lie. Um, he likes to go to the gym. He loves the Dolphins, the team, and he loves the New York Mets.
Okay. Now, everybody open your chat and write down who you think, which one do you think is not true? So tell us one more time, Manny. Two
Right.
truths and your lie.
So here are they. So he likes to go to the gym. He loves the Dolphins, and he loves the New York Mets. Likes to go to the gym, loves the Dolphins, loves the New York Mets.
Okay, Michael, tell us which one is true.
The two truths are I like to go to the gym and I like the Dolphins. The lies that I like the Mets. I despise the Mets. I'm a Phillies fan.
Go Philly, right?
Yep. Mets didn't make the playoffs.
Okay. So a lot of people said the Dolphins. Damir, is that how you pronounce your name? Damir?
Yeah.
Okay. Damir said no, he hates the Mets. Okay. Good. All right. All right. So just a couple of little comments. Number one, look into that camera. Don't forget, look into that camera. Find it and focus. Number two thing that I noticed was that you said those are what we call pauses um, or crutches that we use to move from one point to another. So just be a little mindful of that. See, it can become distracting if it's used too much. Other than that, pretty good. All right. Michael.
So my person was Jalissa. She's a full-time student. This is her only online class. Every other class is on campus. And her major is biology. The two truths and a lie are that she likes baking. She likes large crowds. And she hates watching TV shows.
Okay, let's get into our chat and try to figure out which one is a lie for Jaleesa. Okay.
I think I messed that up. I think I said two lies. I'm not realizing.
Okay, okay.
Oh, you're fine.
Oh, she said you're fine. You're fine. Okay. Jaleesa, tell us.
The lie was that I like large crowds. I hate crowds.
I kind of thought that too because when he said it, you did a face. I was trying to look at your eye contact, your body language when he was speaking. We can tell a lot from people's body language about what they are thinking. So it's not always true. It can be ambiguous, but a lot of times we show how we feel better than we speak how we feel. Okay, great. All right, last member of the group is Jaleesa.
Okay. My person was Manny. His major is digital films. He's a full-time online Mercer student. My two truths and a lie is that he likes anime. His least favorite subject is art, and that he has 7 siblings.
Okay. Gotta figure it out. 7 siblings, someone saying. Sibling, oh, everybody thinks the siblings part. Okay, Michael, let us know.
The lie was my least favorite subject is art.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I love art.
All right. Okay, good. All right. So just briefly, Michael, you did very well. I didn't see any things that were glaring out at all. Jaleesa, you did very well as well. But one thing I noticed, and you're doing it right now, is rocking in your chair. Now, it can become a distraction if you do it like throughout your speech. It can start to become a distraction. So you have to be mindful of those things that we do that we really don't pay attention to, but it's something that your audience will catch. They will notice. Another thing people do a lot is, these hand gestures, all in the camera, everything in the camera. You know what I'm trying to tell you, right? That becomes a really big distraction when you are speaking. So be mindful of that as well. But overall, good job, group three. Group three, good job. Thank you. All right, let's move now to group one, which is Colin, Gigi, and Shannon.
I'll go first. So I did Shannon. Her major is nursing. Uh, her two truths is she likes to work. No lie. She's 35, and her favorite rapper is YoungBoy. And she's also from Trenton. Black's her favorite color, and has one sibling and no pets.
Okay. Can we figure out which thing Colin said that was not true? Did you say one thing not true, Colin?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, Manny said YoungBoy is her favorite rapper. He thinks that's not true. Okay, tell us.
The lie that is
Let her tell it.
Oh yeah, my bad.
Okay, hi. My name is Shannon, and I love YoungBoy like a lot. That I love him so much. And I am a workaholic. I don't like doing nothing. Like I don't know how to like have a day off. It's either I'm in school or like I feel like I'm not doing anything. I don't know. I might have a problem with that, but I am not 35. I feel like I'm 35, but I'm not.
Okay.
Yeah, that's about it. And I'm really interested in the medical field. I love it. I like helping people. I like knowing new things. And I think the body's really interesting. It's really cool how you could just not be okay one day and be perfectly fine the next day. I think that's really cool. So
all right, now we got to work on that vacation.
Yeah, we do.
We got to work on that. All work and no play.
I know. It's so bad. I do. My mom always tell me that, like, girl, you need to sit down.
So you can get, like your cell phone, recharge.
Yeah, I don't know. I just be feeling I'm lazy if I'm just home. Like, what am I doing? I gotta do something.
Well, I guess maybe focus on yourself.
Yeah.
Because I imagine all those things you're doing is like
It distracts you for sure.
Yeah.
It's a distraction.
So maybe you can work on what makes Shannon feel good and relaxed.
It makes me happy who I am. I'm working on it. You're right.
Even just listening to your favorite rapper, YoungBoy. Okay, good.
Okay, so
You did a good job just looking at camera and be mindful of the filler words. Okay. All right. All right, Shannon, who are you going to introduce?
I'm going to introduce Gigi. Um, Two truths and a lie. She's an international student. She has two children and she plays soccer. And her favorite color is purple. She's 48 years old and her favorite food is plantains, but Latino plantains.
Okay. What's her major?
Um library arts. Library arts, I believe.
Library sciences.
Library arts.
Okay. But how long has she been in school?
She didn't say, but I know she's an international student. So I know right now she's taking four classes to get her 12 credits. Um, Her two kids' name is Gia Miguel, and she's from Ecuador. She's from Ecuador.
Okay.
So she speaks Spanish, she speaks English, which is talented because not a lot of people speak a lot of languages. And I personally give her props because having two kids and going to school, especially international stuff, that's a lot. So props to Gigi.
Oh, thank you.
You're
All
welcome.
right. Tell us those two truths and a lie again.
So the two truths and a lie. One truth is she's an international student. The other truth is she has two children. And the lie is she plays soccer.
Okay. All right. Manny says she's not a soccer player. Kevin agrees. All right, Gigi.
Hi. Um, I interviewed the car. The
No. Tell us the two truths and a lie about you. Which one is the lie?
it's like no play soccer.
No
Half a
play
time.
soccer. All right. Okay. We're ready for your intro.
The name is Carl. Um, he lived with with his parents in Jacksonville, New Jersey. He studied in the Jackson High School too. He has two sisters younger. He has the two dogs. Um, he liked the red color, and he in this moment he is in the is study in Merced full time, and the major is Liberty Arts. And this moment he work in golf course, and he like the pizza with pepperoni, and also he travel in different states.
Okay. So tell us the two truths and a lie again.
Yes, he played soccer. He played the basketball in Mercer. This is not true.
Uh, you told us we supposed to try to guess.
Excuse. Yeah, it's for him.
Okay, she spoiled it for us now. We can't guess. It's okay. All right. So again, ladies, you did a good job. Um Gigi, you looked right into the camera towards the end more so than at the beginning. And Shannon, you looked into the camera, so that was good. You didn't have a lot of filler words. And I noticed that you have a very heavy accent. And I did appreciate the way you slowed down your speech so that we could understand exactly what it is you're saying. And that's very important for people who have a heavy accent to be mindful that you need to be very clear as you can and speak slowly so that your audience can fully appreciate what it is you're trying to communicate. You did that well today. So good. All right, we're ready for group 3, which really is group 2. Damir.
Okay, I can start.
And Kevin. Okay.
So I'll be introducing Damir. So he is going to school for business administration. He's very laid back and he doesn't really speak too much. He likes the Patriots. And then his two truths. Oh, he also has 2 siblings that are brothers that are he has 2 older brothers. And his 2 truths and a lie are he loves playing basketball, he has a dog, and he loves listening to music. And just in case you need me to like repeat it, he loves playing basketball, he loves listening to music, and he has a dog. Those are the 2 truths and a lie.
Okay, which one do you think's not true? Manny says basketball. Jaleesa says the dog. Colin agrees, and so does Michael about the dog. Okay, Kevin. She was introducing Kevin, right?
No,
She
Damir.
introducing me.
Damir. Okay, I'm sorry. Damir.
Having a dog is a lie. I'm scared of dogs.
Okay. Oh, they picked up on that. You guys are pretty keen. Okay, great. All right, Damir.
Person I'm introducing is Kevin. Kevin major is aviation. He's the youngest sibling. His favorite team is the Eagles. He loves hanging out with friends and playing video games, and hiking. And his 2 truths and a lie is that he likes Wawa coffee. He he has a motorcycle and he has 2 cats.
Okay, which one? Manny says he can't possibly like that Wawa coffee. Motorcycle. Motorcycle. Okay, Kevin, let us know which one isn't true.
So the Wawa coffee wasn't true.
Wawa.
Yeah.
Manny, boy, you are on it today. Can't fool Manny. All right, Kevin. So you're going to introduce Joanna.
Yeah, so I'll be introducing Joanny. She's majoring in business administration. She has a real estate license, which she got back in 2020. She also runs a nonprofit organization called Homefront, and it houses 36 families. She's also an Eagles fan. I think she said she's an only child. And then 2 truths and a lie. She has a dog, loves to go to the shooting range, and loves cats.
Okay, cats. Okay, Joanny.
I don't know if I made a face or what, but I am terrified of cats. Yeah, I don't do cats.
Yeah. No cat lady here for
No.
Joanny at all. All right, good job, everybody. Good job. You followed the directions. And that's half the battle, right? Getting the assignment correct. So now for this group, you all did pretty well in presenting. And you even, Joanny, you did a very good job in the beginning. You said, okay, so today I'm gonna tell you about who who was my person I met? And you said the name. So that kind of like is giving your central idea or thesis that we refer to it in public speaking, right? Very important, very important how you state that central idea. It really more was a specific purpose, okay, which tells us what you want the audience to know at the end of the speech, okay? That central idea is what you're getting ready to talk about during the speech. Okay. All right. Good. Good job. So now
Thank you.
we are going to start. And guys, you did a good job as well. Now, Damir, I can't see you so well, so maybe next time you can work on getting a little more light on you so we can see your face a little better. Because throughout this course, you're going to evaluate one another, and I'm going to evaluate you. So we do, and part of the evaluation is, and part of that presentation is your delivery. Okay. Do you have good eye contact? You're going to find out that the eye contact is very, very, very important. It helps you to make a better connection with your audience. Okay. All right. So we're going to move now right into that first assignment that Damir is very, very concerned about. Okay. And you all should be concerned about it. But like I said, I don't want you getting too much into your heads to build up unnecessary anxiety. Again, this is a learning environment. So all we can ask of you, all I can ask of you is to do your best. Okay. All right. So your first speaking assignment is coming up this week. I believe it is due on Friday. Thursday or Friday. Personal challenge speech is due, okay, October the 5th. Okay, that's when, no, that's the responses. October the 3rd. That's coming right up very soon. Now, there is a video that, actually, there's two videos. Let me share with you. Okay, can we see this share screen? It should be your class. Can everybody see it? Just give me a little thumbs up if you can.
You did.
Okay. All right. All right, now there is a video here that's called the welcome video and information on your first recorded speech. You need to look at that. Gives you a lot of information about the first recorded speech. Okay, the video is being presented by Professor Mitch Cantor, who developed this class. Now, lecture 1. That talks all about your first video. So again, for people who came late, earlier in the class, I let everybody know that all of your lectures are recorded, and they will say lecture 1, lecture whatever it is. Each class does not have a lecture. Most classes do, but each one does not. Okay, there's actually 6 lectures by me. You need to look at that video before coming to class. Okay. And then in the assignment, of course, there's also information. Now, Every week, you should go into your modules and you'll see they're labeled week by week, what day the class is being held. And you need to go through and you need to open up every one of those modules to see what's in them, what's expected of you, what you need to do. Now, readings and activities will give you a list of the things you should be doing. We're going to cover in the class, and things that are due is also there. Okay. And we see that you need to record and post your personal challenge speech by October the 3rd. And it also tells you it's in week 2, right? Week 2, folks. Somebody asked me about the think about it essay questions. Here it is. When you open up these modules or folders, you could do either one, that's an interchangeable word. The instructions are right there for you. So again, I want you all to read the instructions first before coming to me to ask me, what are you supposed to do? When you come to me, I want you to have a specific question that you have in mind, something specific that you want to talk about, not an overall new lecture on a matter. So first, read the instructions. Then if you don't understand the instructions, figure out what it is you don't understand, and then we can talk about it. Okay? Okay. Now, in week 2, and here you see the lecture for week 2, so make sure you look at it. It's very important. And I'm going to go over this again in class because this really is what you definitely need to have, okay, to the foundation you need to have for an effective speech. Now, personal challenge video. Here's where you upload your video into Blackboard. But remember, I told you, you also need to put it in discussion board so that your classmates can look at it and evaluate you. And when you open it again, the instructions are there for you. Okay. There's a video on how you post it. And again, you can create the video right in discussion board and then put it into Blackboard. It's up to you. How do you want to make your video? Now, every week I will record the class, and I want you all as students to remind me because sometimes I do forget to press the record button. So make certain if you don't see that the class is being recorded, professor, don't forget to record the class, and I will post it for you. It takes a little bit because I have to format it, so it probably won't be posted until the next day, but it will be posted. Just in case there's something that you may have missed during class and you want to go back and check that out, you will be able to do it. Now, this central idea checklist, look at that. Okay, it asks you specific questions to make certain that you do have it. Now, there are plenty of examples in your modules. Examples of what a working outline should look like. Examples of what a preparation outline should look like. Okay? Examples of what a speaking outline should look like. Now, for your first speech, you're not going to have all that. You're just going to post the speech. But for the remaining speeches, you will have to know this information. Any questions so far? This personal challenge speech is just something that you felt you were challenged with and you overcame it. Tell us how you did that. What happened? What was the process? There is also for the next speech. Okay, so the important thing I want you to know for this speech is that there are three parts to every speech. Okay, there's the body, the introduction, okay, where you gain your audience's attention and you preview the message. Okay, so make certain that that speech in your introduction portion that you gain your audience's attention and you preview the message. Now, in the modules, I do have examples of attention-getting devices, things you can do to gain your audience's attention. Tell a joke, tell a story, give facts, statistics, evidence. There's lots of things you can do. Quotes, give a quote that you can do to gain the audience's attention. You don't want to start right off, as we did today, to say, oh, today I'm going to talk about X, Y, and Z. You need that introduction first before you reveal what you're going to talk about. Okay. It also, your speech should also have a body. The body is basically where you develop the ideas of your message. Okay, we call that the quote meat of the message. It's all these ideas that you have that you want us to understand and know. Or in the case of persuasive speech, you're trying to convince us about it. And then lastly, the third part is the conclusion. Okay, that's where you actually summarize what you've just said to us. Now, the conclusion has to include, first you sum up your ideas, which is basically restating that central idea that you talked about in the very beginning, right? When you previewed the message. So you're going to start off with that first. You let the audience know, okay, we're at the end. So you might say, in conclusion, you can see that I overcame my challenge, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Then you want to give us the meaning of the message. Why don't you tell us all of that? What was the purpose? Okay. And then finally, you want to give us some closing remarks. Now, closing remarks are not, thank you. Closing remarks are not, that's it. That's all I've got, folks. That's the end. Those are not closing remarks. Okay. Closing remarks need to kind of refer back to that introduction, right? And giving us some food for thought. So you might do some of the same things that you did to gain the audience's attention in giving your closing remarks. So quotes by people, okay? Questions, leaving an open-ended question. But it's important for you to have a strong closing because it's the last thing your audience is going to hear. All right. So do your best. We don't expect too much from this, okay? But remember the things that I told you. At least try to put it in this format where you have the 3 parts of your speech. Now there are templates in there in your modules that you can look at, examples of templates for your working outlines and preparation outlines. I'm not really ready for all that yet, but if you want to take a look ahead, please do so. Are there any questions first of all? Do you have any questions about this? Damir, did I answer your questions that you had about the personal challenge speech?
Yes, you did. Thank you, by the way.
Sure. Okay. No questions. If you do have a question, shoot me an email and I'll try to answer it. But again, don't get too bogged down in your head to create unnecessary anxiety on yourself. Just do your best. Just tell us, what was your personal challenge and how did you overcome it? What did you learn from it and what should we learn from it? That's all the information that you need to put into your speech. Now, in the body, it's important for you to know you can't just have one idea. Okay, 2's the minimum, 5's the maximum main points that you want to address in your speech. So no less than 2, no more than 5. A lot of times we go right in the middle and say 3. 3 main points we're going to talk about here in the body. So if you're giving a speech on your personal challenge, you might want to give us 3 main points about that challenge. Okay. Why you were afraid of it in the first place, what happened to get you over it, might be 2 other things that you talk about as main points in your speech. Okay. Any questions about that first speech? And then, of course, you need to upload it into the discussion board so that your audience, which is your classmates, can look at the speech and evaluate you. Most times your classmates are very kind. They're going to be much kinder than me. I'm going to give you the facts. And it's constructive criticism. It's not meant to tear you down. It's meant to bring you up, okay? Your level of performance up. So don't take it to heart. Just know that these are things that I think you can improve on, okay? As well as your audience. And I want the audience also to let your speaker know, because that's only fair. We want to know, how can we get better? What do you think? So you can be kind about how you say it, but be truthful with your classmate on what you saw, where you thought they didn't keep your attention. Okay. Any questions? You got 3 minutes left. Okay, so again, you're gonna like this class at the end. You're gonna find at the end you learn so much, more than you ever thought you were going to learn. And you're going to build that confidence because you're going to find that that confidence goes a long way in you having a successful speech. All right, that's it for today. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next week, same place, same time.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
Have a good day, ma'am.
Thank you very much.